The United States Constitution values people's individual freedoms as a whole. Everyone shares the same rights and no one has more power than another regarding their intelligence, physical condition, or economic status. They make sure everyone shares the same rights that are stated in the American Constitution. Individual freedoms are also a very important attribute to have in the American Constitution, in which the delegates wanted to make sure they clearly stated in the document. In the United States, each individual is seen as completely and marvelously unique, that is, totally different from all other individuals, and therefore particularly precious and wonderful. Democracy insists on the worth and respect for all. Each individual is a separate and distinct being. However, people can be forced to do certain things whether they want to or not for the consideration of others. For example, individuals must obey traffic signals, pay taxes, go to school, etc. When people are forced to do something, it is serving the interests of many individuals, representing society.
So majority versus minority rule is when a group of people vote on something, and if more than half of that group votes on the same thing, then that will be passed if it's like a law. Compromise is a settlement between differences.
Federalism is an attribute of our government which has to deal with the different levels of government, starting off with national government, which takes precedence and rules over all. State government, that's second in command, and then local government. Local government would just be like the school board of Pinckney getting together. State government would be the governor of Michigan getting together to have a meeting. And then national has to deal with the president and the judicial and legislative branches all getting together. Separation of powers is a really good thing about our government, but also has some flaws to it at the same time. Separation of powers pretty much just it separates the power out of our nation, so some people can have some power, but it's not all on one person, so they can't make the decisions for a whole nation. Checks and balances has to deal with the three branches of national government, which are the executive branch, which is the president, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch. Each branch has certain powers, but they each have certain abilities that they can balance each other's power out.
Limited government means that the power of the government can't intervene with citizens' personal liberties and freedom. Popular sovereignty is a short doctrine in political theory that government is created by and subject to the will of the people. Judicial review is when judges overlook a law to make sure that it is constitutional.
The Electoral College should be taken out because we are a nation that is supposed to be ran by the people. But the Electoral College can take the people's vote and decide to vote for the total opposite person. The Electoral College is unfair to the people when the people are the ones whose vote mostly counts.